What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? We're the Third String Podcast, back with another episode today. We got some good news here that we're going to touch on, and we're really hyped about because it's literally right around the corner. Daryl, as always, good sir.
Yes.
What do you have for us today?
Yes. We have great news that the NBA has just approved. The owners just voted as 29-1. Only one owner denied
Do we
it.
know who that owner is?
Yes, the Portland Trailblazers were the team that denied it.
I know why.
But NBA is back. They're going to have a 22 game. They're going to have.
We talked about, it's majority West.
Yes, it's majority West. It's 22 teams are being invited. I think they're having 10 regular season games and then going into the playoffs.
Yep.
So
it's the battle for the playoffs.
Right. It's 9 teams on the East, and it's what is that? 13 teams.
13. Yep.
On the West. I can tell you the teams before we talk about it. I have the teams up. So the teams on the East are the Milwaukee Bucks, Toronto Raptors, Boston Celtics, Miami Heat, Indiana Pacers, Philadelphia 76ers, Brooklyn Nets, Orlando Magic, and Washington Wizards. The team.
Now, tell me the 6th, 7th, 8th seed in that East.
The East, the 6, 7, and 8 is Philadelphia, Brooklyn, Orlando, and Washington Wizards are the 9th seed.
And how far apart is the 9th seed from making it?
Oh, good. I pulled those stats up.
Because the reason I asked about like 6, because usually like 6, 7, 8, and 9 are usually like 3 to 4 games apart.
The East could have just said all 8. They are 6 games away. If you're
9?
Yeah, the 9.
Oh, it's well, it's possible.
I mean, it's possible.
It's very, very unlikely, but it's
unlikely. So on the West, it's the LA Lakers, LA Clippers, Denver Nuggets, Utah Jazz, Oklahoma City Thunder, Houston Rockets, Dallas Mavericks, Memphis Grizzlies, Portland Trailblazers, New Orleans Pelicans, Sacramento Kings, San Antonio Spurs, and lastly, the Phoenix Suns. So, are you excited?
I am excited. That's weird. Some teams won't be able to finish their season, like stats wise, get their stats up and stuff, and then, that's crazy to think that some people won't be able to finish.
Yeah. Well, our Hawks won't be able to finish. I think that's horrible for our Hawks because we have a young team and they need to get all the experience they need. But there's only one person to blame why the Hawks are not in this. His name is John Collins. 25 game suspension. They finished right now. The Hawks are 20-47. If they would have won 5 more games, so we're assuming those 25 games he got suspended. If he would have won 5 more within that, they would have been the 9th seed.
Dang, just 5?
Just 5.
Yeah, they should be mad.
Seed. So I'm mad about the Hawks not finishing because I think our team, we have the youngest team in the league.
Yes.
And they need all the experience necessary. Our main core is young. Our starting lineup, the oldest starter is Clint Capella, 26.
Right.
He's the oldest. So we need as much experience as possible. It sucks that we're not going to get it.
Yeah.
But I'm excited basketball is back, man.
Well, the thing that sucks is Vince Carter went out like that.
Yep.
And then our predictions, you guys may or may not remember, but you should, is that we predicted that they were going to go to the playoffs. Could have happened.
Yep. John Collins and
the whole pandemic thing.
Yeah, but not also John Collins. They also are the worst defensive team and the worst 3-point shooting team.
Yeah, I can see that.
And Trae Young is one of the worst defenders in the league.
Yes.
You can't take him off the court because of his offensive game.
Agreed.
That's why I started already looking towards the draft. It sucks. The lottery is in August 25th, and the draft is in October 5th.
Oh, man. Because the draft was supposed to be this month.
The draft is always right next to my birthday. My birthday is June 24th. The draft is always next to my birthday.
Right.
Sometimes the day of. So this one, to have it all the way in October, and I love the draft because I always start looking at the draft. I already start scouting players. I already know who the Hawks should draft, even though right now they're too high up to draft because he's going to be lower.
Mm-hmm.
and that's Devin Vassell.
Okay.
From I think it's Florida State, but yeah, it's Florida State, Devin Vassell, because he plays defense and he shoots threes. The two things we need.
Yeah.
So that sucks that the draft, and that means the season, they're having the season, I think, start December 1st. It's the season, so it pushes everything back.
Are they trying to do 82, or they're just like, you're going to have to lose some next year as well in order to
lose some next year. I think you're going to have to lose some next year to put it back on schedule.
Yeah. For the following season.
Yeah. So beginning of July, sometime in July. So in June, at the end of June, they'll be asking players to come back to their respective cities because some players don't live in that city,
right?
Their family. So they're asking them to come back to their cities at the end of June. And in July, they will all head to Orlando together where they can do 5-on-5. Well, they have a training camp. And then the season starts July 31st.
Yes.
So are you?
What day is that?
I don't know what day it is. I look at. But are you excited?
I am extremely excited that we're getting something in a mainstream sport. That is a Friday, by the way.
Okay.
Such an odd day to start.
Yes, but
odd day. But I'm very excited. I think it'll be good. I want to see how in shape everybody's been.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the word being out that it's set in stone that they're going to have a season now.
Yeah,
people should be training harder and be hyped.
Right. There's one more obstacle, but it's not a big obstacle. The players have to vote, but when they talk to the players, not unanimously, but overwhelmingly, the players wanted to come back.
Okay.
Even Damian Lillard wanted to come back. He just wanted to play meaningful games in his comeback.
Yeah. I think they'll be fine. I think it'll go through. There are too many people that want to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, their pay's being stopped right now?
Yeah.
Too?
Yeah. They get paid because it's off of how many games you play. It's prorated. So, yeah, that's another incentive that they want to come back. I don't know if the teams that aren't coming back, like, do the Hawks still get paid? Do the Warriors still get paid? So, right. I don't know about that aspect of it, but I think it's going to be very
wait a minute. That's true. They should get paid still.
Yeah, they still should. If the NBA is coming back, they should still get paid. Because it's not their fault that you didn't bring all the teams back.
Very true. Very true. I'd like to know more about that.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I just hate the only thing I hate that the draft got pushed back and the lottery. I hate that the Hawks are not playing because we need the experience as much as possible. So
right.
I hate that aspect of it. But I'm curious to see how it looks because to me, it's going to look like a summer league game.
Yep.
And that's interesting.
Well, it is summertime.
But summer league games are not the same.
And is summer league canceled or it's postponed?
That's
probably.
A good question.
It's probably postponed.
Probably postponed.
Yeah.
Because summer league, because you have to play. So it won't be summer league, probably be fall league.
Yeah, it'll be fall league.
So
NBA summer league and then summer league is fall league.
Yeah, it still has to happen because if you do the draft in October, then usually summer league is right after the draft, just like a few weeks after the draft.
Right.
So yeah, I guess it'll be fall league, but I'm curious to see how this is going to happen.
Right.
I'm curious, but I'm super excited, and also this is a good thing for football.
Yeah.
Because football looks like it is coming back. Well, it will be back on time.
Yeah.
Coaches are allowed to come to the training facility next week.
Right.
So football looks like it will be on time.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe that.
So I am super excited for sports. Baseball still has no idea what the hell they're doing.
I forgot what I read, but I read that they're still not very close with like making decisions. And even with coming back, some people aren't for it.
Yeah, just start the season over.
Yeah, at this point.
Which is crazy because baseball, you're the most furthest apart from people.
Yeah.
On the field and stuff.
That's true.
It's like you're the safest and
Because going to actual professional baseball game and you seeing the outfield,
how far apart they are,
and how much ground they have to cover per
Yeah.
person, like it's a lot of area to cover. But yeah, they're so far apart. The only people close are dugout,
yeah,
and then the umpire, catcher, batter.
But also maybe second base and shortstop might be the only, because sometimes they cross.
That's still within the 6 to 10 feet.
You're right.
Yeah.
So there, it's strictly money. It's strictly money.
Yeah.
So you're excited.
I'm very excited.
I want to know what it looks.
I just wish it was sooner.
I do too. And I hate that the draft is in August and the lottery is in August. The draft is in October.
Right.
So I hate that. Hate it.
Yeah.
Well,
it's crazy because lottery is always an interesting time too. Because like you got to think how close LA was to getting Zion.
Yep, how close they were, and they traded the number 4 pick to us. So they can basically clear up cap.
That's crazy.
Yeah, how close they were. That's why, like, if I'm the Hawks, do I want a high draft pick? And really, I don't. Like, I don't think there's a player in the top that can really help us. Like, Anthony Edwards is probably the closest one.
Yeah.
But he's not a great 3-point shooter, and he's not right now a great defender. He doesn't do the 2 things we need. LaMelo Ball doesn't do anything that we need. He doesn't defend. He's not a great shooter. I hope I'm not boring you.
No, you're not. You're not.
James,
I've been trying to yawn for like 5 minutes.
Trying to get it out.
Yeah.
James Wiseman's is a center. We don't need a center because we got Clint Capella and Dedmon.
Yeah.
So we don't need him. So if we don't get Anthony Edwards, I feel like we need to trade back. Devin Vassell is the pick for me for Florida State. And
I can vibe with that. I can vibe with that. I personally need to look more into it again since like the college season is so far removed.
Right.
Like, I don't think anybody's thinking about it. And it sucks though too that their season got ended. Like,
it sucks.
And there's no coming back.
No, it does suck, and it does suck for the kids, especially like James Wiseman and LaMelo Ball, who you could tell they were preparing for the draft. And this kind of
still like championship wise, like
what
if your team was really stacked?
There wasn't one.
About that.
In college basketball.
Yeah,
there wasn't one.
No, fortunately there wasn't.
Yeah, you're right. So the tournament was going to be really good this year. What would have been really good?
Would have been. But I'm saying still, just in case, like, let's say, like, a team was really stacked and you were supposed to win it and you couldn't finish.
Yeah, you couldn't finish.
That would suck.
And that's why I think the NBA, they want to finish it so far because you have LeBron with the Lakers. You have Kawhi and Paul George with the Clippers. You have the Greek Freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo, with the Bucks.
Bro,
so,
I'm scared, man. Oh, well, I'm not scared literally, but LeBron may get a ring, man, with the Lakers.
Yeah. I said
it's very likely because
go ahead.
Being well rested,
mm-hmm.
A shorter time span to play.
Right.
LeBron has never really, besides last season, taken this much time off.
Right.
That man's ready.
Right. There's only 2 teams I think that could beat the Lakers, and that's the Clippers and the Bucks.
Yes.
Other than that, there's not.
That's crazy to think about.
That's no other team that can really match them. If I'm Durant, I'm not coming back. I know there was some talks about him coming back. I'm not coming back, but he would probably be the only other one. But then, like I think you said last one, they haven't even played together, so you don't even know how that.
I don't think it's time to start now.
Yeah, the experiment.
Yeah,
I don't. And I think Kyrie's still hurt, right? Because he was hurt the season. So you should definitely not come back.
Yeah, because Kyrie's out. Out. So nope.
So moving on from basketball, we have.
Yep.
You know, you can't ignore what's going on in society right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to keep it sports related.
Yeah, it ties into it in different weird ways, and it just has to be addressed. It does. It can't be ignored. It's unfortunately what life is has been and
Right.
continues.
Right. So if you haven't seen the video of George Floyd who got murdered by a police officer when he kneed on his neck for over 9 minutes. Well, not over,
This
almost
is
9 minutes.
8 minutes for
Right.
46 seconds.
Right. And so there's been riots, there's been protests, rebellions, whatever you want to call them. They have kind of shook up, our world right now. And I think it's opened a lot of people.
Literally the world, not just the states.
Yeah,
Yes.
not just. I think it's opened a lot of people's eyes to the plight of, what we kind of go through being minorities and, our plight and our struggles and how we feel, our fears and stuff. But one person that still kind of doesn't seem it, well, he apologized this morning, but Drew Brees was asked a question yesterday.
Yeah.
It was basically asking him about the Kaepernick protest and police brutality and him being a leader in the locker room. And if people
I wouldn't go ahead.
If people decide to protest or for police brutality, how him as a leader, how would he react? And he decided to make this about the military and the flag.
Like a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm. So before I go into mine, what is your reaction to it?
It's beyond me that people don't get it. They don't get what Kaepernick was doing, let alone just in general don't get what we go through.
Right.
I'm shocked, but I'm not at the same time. It's just confusing why you immediately ran there and thought it was about disrespecting the flag. You said, you can't get behind anybody who disrespects the flag and all that stuff. And I'm like, it's not about that. It's not. And just also the same time, why are you interviewing right now? That's just a small side thing. Secondly, why would you take the bait? Why would you take the bait? See, that's why you think like even if you're good at speaking and you know how to answer questions and handle, adversity and just people coming at you with different questions, just know not to answer some questions for one. Two, it's not an official press conference, so you can't get in trouble.
Right.
Three, why would you not think before you answer?
Right.
During this particular time.
Right.
So I just think it's ridiculous, but there's been a lot of backing with other, people. And then even Aaron Rodgers was against it and said and vouched as a white man.
Even our quarterback.
Yeah. Matt Ryan, which we'll get into in a second.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers was like, it's not and never has been about the flag. I don't get how some people can understand and others don't.
Right.
But go ahead.
So I feel a little different from you in this case. I feel like he was thinking because this is what his true opinion was. I felt like Drew Brees is very privileged. He's the system has worked very well for him. And so he has the privilege to say, I don't have to worry about police brutality over here because they ain't got nothing to do with me. Yep. I ain't got to worry about it. This is what I care about. I care about the flag. What I loved about it is that usually, especially quarterbacks, people tiptoe around them. But you have people, Michael Thomas, you have Emmanuel Sanders, you have Michael Jenkins, Cameron Jordan. That all these people on the Saints said something, called them ignorant, which he is ignorant. And if you're not with us, you against us kind of thing. Michael Jenkins even say you should shut the F up.
Yeah.
And Drew Brees, what confused me at first is Drew Brees in 2017 knelt with his team. So that tells you understand what the protest is, yet you decide to purposely ignore it.
Yeah.
So saying you don't know, this is what I'm saying. When people talk about the flag, and this is what I posted on my Facebook, People understand that the kneeling is not disrespect. They're not trying to disrespect the flag or the military. Just like people understand that when we say Black Lives Matter, we're not saying Black lives are more important than all lives. We're not saying that. They know that. You know why they know that? Because every time you ask us this, we answer the same way.
Yes.
So therefore, you know what the thing is, but you choose to ignore it. You choose to purposely change the topic because what do you care?
Right.
You a white guy, your kids is white. They ain't gotta work. Why do I care? And that's what he sound like. He sounds stupid as hell. He's in the deep south in New Orleans.
Yeah.
I think New Orleans.
By the way,
Black.
They're well over majority Black, especially in the city he plays for. I'm trying to think. His team is about 98% Black.
Yes.
And then it's just interesting, funny. They're protesting over there. They're protesting what's going on in the country, and they're also protesting him.
Yeah,
did you know that?
I saw the protest. They were like F. Drew Brees in New Orleans, and the protest F. Drew Brees. And I just hope, because I always wish I could be a fly on the wall at these. People. A little of me wants to like be in the White House and just Trump in his personal time and just realize who he is as a person.
I thought about that too.
Like, I just want to know, is he depressed? Does he know like how the country majority feels about him? Because it is majority feel about him.
Yeah.
Like, so like with Drew Brees, so I want to see, is he sitting down with his wife and like, yo, I messed up. I got to figure out how to clean this up.
And then 24 hours later, it's time to clean it up.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I apologize.
The little hand clap picture with the white hand and the black hand to show unity. And it's like, save me with it. Because you didn't learn what you needed to learn that night. I just refuse to.
I would appreciate a speech to tell me how you understand.
Right. Instead of some, probably your PR did the speech. It's probably some quick. And I guess I don't really believe Drew Brees. I want to give everybody benefit of the doubt that they can learn from a situation. Because to me, it's not about him respecting the flag.
Yeah.
That wasn't even the question.
Right.
That's brutality. And how is he going to be a leader in the locker room? And then he changed it to about the flag. So it's not even, so you respect for the flag isn't the issue. The fact is you ignored, like, not only are we going to talk about George Floyd, we could talk about Breonna Taylor, who got killed in her house. So by cops. So we're sitting here like there's many instances we could talk about. Tamir Rice.
Tons.
Like we could keep bringing up names, and you refuse to talk about the pain of these people, just like Donald Trump did in his speech. Refuse to talk about the pain of the people and about military and the flag when each time they keep telling you it's not about this. And you know, Drew Brees knows it's not about the flag. Donald Trump knows it's not about the flag. All these people protesting, these All Lives Matters people, they know it's not about the flag. They know it's not about putting Black lives higher than white. They just want to keep bringing this rhetoric because it makes their argument. It just fits their argument.
Correct.
That's it. So as I'm saying for Black people, and I'm saying for not only Black people, I'm talking about anybody who is standing against oppression, inequality, and police brutality. Stop defending yourself to these people because they do not care to learn.
Facts.
Yeah.
It's just interesting though, for real. What you just piggybacking on what you're saying is, do you realize people don't say Black Lives Matter outside of when it immediately happens or a period of time after.
Right. Like we're not just randomly going down the street.
No, it's not like it's a normal day. Hey, how you doing, sir? Black Lives Matter. So just like on job interviews or whatever
like
else.
Alabama when it was like Roll Tide and it was just like they were just passing Roll Tide. Like we don't do that. That's not our normal conversation.
So with that being said, why? Like I don't get how you guys know and realize. I know you notice it. That it only comes up when something happens again.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't get it. Put two and two together.
They don't
like
want
obviously that means something.
to.
It's not a code. It's not. It's. I don't. It's almost like they feel like it's a code. Like we're saying something in secret that means something else. It's literally as clear as day.
Because when 9/11 hits, if we wear a T-shirt that says "All buildings matter," like, wouldn't that be generally the same thing?
Or all countries matter.
Or all countries matter?
Yeah.
Just the United States. Wouldn't that be the equivalent of the same thing?
Yeah.
If I sit here and I'm talking about my kid is so special, my kid did this, and you just run up, no, all kids are special. It's just like,
somebody showed this cartoon about this stick figure was like helping out this other figure down on his knees and like helping, saying he's saying my legs hurt. The guy was saying, hey, like his legs are broken or whatever. Like he turned to the other guy that was standing behind them like 6 feet apart and was like, hey, can you get some help? His legs are hurt. And then the stick figure that was standing like 6 feet apart was like, what about my legs? Like,
fine, right?
He's perfectly fine standing there. But I thought that was an amazing scenario. If you don't get that, is they're trying to help each other and they need help, but you're over there saying all lives matter.
Yeah, all lives matter. Even when you do Blue Lives Matter, all of it is a joke when we're talking about, because we're not like, it's hard when you see the George Floyd interview to not feel something, to not get like, to not understand what we're saying. Because like, even with Ahmaud, his, like, you can argue, I can see, because the recording starts at a certain point. So so you can argue whatever. George Floyd, we saw it from beginning to end.
Yep.
And to sit there and watch this for over 9 minutes, watch this guy, this police officer, put his hand. You have people yelling at the officer, get off. Can you check on him? He's unresponsive.
Yeah, he's bleeding.
And another guy just standing there. And he's like, you're not going to stop me. Just all we're saying is check on him. We're not saying he shouldn't be arrested. I don't know why he's being, at the time, I didn't know why he was being arrested.
Right.
But then you're like, just check on him. Just be a decent human being. Even when the paramedics came, this officer was still on his neck.
Yes.
So people all over the world see this video, and you can't tell me you don't feel so. I saw Rush Limbaugh. He said something. I've seen Republicans say something. So I've seen,
like say something. How?
Like they're saying against the police that this.
Wow. Rush.
Wrong. Yeah, I was shocked too. Against it, we have, like, I had one of my coworkers call me and was just like, she's white, and she's just like, what can I do? Like, so it's people open their eyes, and we're finally having this discussion to try to make better. That's why this Drew Brees stuff angers me, and he's already done things that are similar to this that you kind of knew that he kind of felt this way.
Yeah.
Like, to do it at this time was insensitive, it was hurtful, it was stupid, it was ignorant. But to be honest, is something that happened from it for him personally? Probably not. Probably not. Let me ask you a question.
I think at the beginning of the season, he'll give some speech.
Yeah, it'll be some BS speech. And I'm saying, for like, some people was like, the offensive line ain't going to block for him. No, they still have a job to do. They're still going to, everybody's going to play as if nothing happened. They still have a job. You can't ask them to do that because now you're hurting their livelihood. Correct. So they're still going to go on playing sports. And if they start winning, it will get buried.
It will.
But
I actually don't know as far as them visiting other stadiums.
No. They're good. He's going to hear it. Other stadiums, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. What I'm saying is, I don't know if it's going to affect on the field, like the actual play of the field. It's what I
know. Except other teams may play harder now.
Yeah, but they're going to do. What I'm saying is, Michael Thomas is not going to drop a pass just because it's being thrown by Drew Brees.
No, yeah, that's true because you've seen issues with quarterbacks and receivers having beefs and not getting along, but they still go out and do their thing.
Look at Donovan McNabb and Terrell Owens.
That's true.
So
I forgot all about that.
So I don't think it's going to affect the field. But I got a question for you.
Yeah.
NFL released a statement about equality.
Yes.
How do we feel about that?
That's some foolishness. Because, like, the main advocate that's been protesting and trying to say, like, you guys aren't treating black people fairly is Colin Kaepernick.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, you guys did him dirty and gave him some foolish, like, tryout thing. By the way, this man doesn't need a tryout.
Yeah, it was BS. It was BS.
Yeah, it was a publicity stunt from the jump.
It was BS. BS. The NFL are a bunch of hypocrites. This is what angers me about the situation. Yeah. Drew Brees in the NFL, not only Drew Brees in the NFL, all of us should be apologizing to Colin Kaepernick. All of us, because we all, even the ones that listen to him, probably should have been listening harder. Like, this dude was so right. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was so ahead of his time. If we would have listened 4 years ago, was it 4 years ago? About 2016, 2017? I think it's 2017, so about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
If we would have listened back then, Breonna Taylor and George Floyd might be alive today.
Facts.
So the NFL, how dare you send this paper when you are part of the problem?
Yeah.
Miss me with the protests and the rioters, because if you would have listened when Colin Kaepernick was peacefully protesting, there wouldn't be rioters now.
True.
So miss me with all that. The NFL can just like shut the F up forever. Drew Brees can shut the F up forever, because like, this is our livelihood. This is us.
Yeah.
We could have been George Floyd.
Yeah.
He got detained, arrested because they thought he had a fake $20 bill.
$20
bill. So what's to stop us from being the next George Floyd?
Bruh.
So
it's crazy because it never was about, oh, he has a weapon, or I think he has a weapon,
or resisting arrest.
Like, they checked him. They thought all the stuff. They thought he was resisting, or depending on where you catch and see the video, the way they have him down, you would think that he's resisting. Never was.
He never was. And then if you see the video from behind the police car, you see two more officers on him.
Yeah.
So it's not just the one on his neck. They're all on his body too, that you can't see from that angle. Like, that's why it's 4 officers that got charged.
Yep.
This is like the NFL NFL should be knocking on Colin Kaepernick's door, and they won't, because that would make guilt. But they should be apologizing. Drew Brees should be apologizing to Colin Kaepernick.
I agree.
Apologizing, man. Because these people, because Drew Brees talked about, I'm going back to Drew Brees because he pissed me off so much. He talked about his grandfathers fighting in World War II against Nazis.
Bro.
Well,
our grandfathers were on the front line.
Yes, black people was fighting and then came home to lesser rights. We were fighting for your rights.
Yeah,
our ancestors was fighting for your rights, and you got the nerve, don't mitigate it, gall, to make it about the flag when we talking about police brutality.
Yeah,
like this, like Drew Brees, like, I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
it's a lot. It's a lot. But I guess to tag on more, man, you have I don't know if you know about this, in regards to the Florida State head coach.
Mm-hmm.
You saw that?
Mm-hmm.
He mentioned that they had a meeting and talked about racism and all that stuff, and the players were like, we got just a generic text message, and we didn't talk about anything like that for you to understand. Mm-hmm. And they're talking about boycotting the program.
Yeah, I mean, it's because it's these clueless people.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Dabo Swinney. I don't know if you heard about this. There was an article yesterday that one of his assistant coaches said the N-word. White guy said the N-word. He didn't even ask him to apologize. They did, and then later on he did some generic apology. But Dabo at the moment didn't ask him about apologize. This is why you have these brain dead, clueless, don't know anything about the culture white people who teach these black people, and they don't know how to talk to us.
Yeah.
They don't know how to talk to us. I've been in corporate jobs, and I come up and say, they don't know how to talk to black people.
They don't
know how to deal with me. They don't know how to, none of that. And that's
I've had so many like calling me brother and all that. You don't need to do like, do you talk like that?
Like all that. So, yeah. I mean, they're so clueless. I know there's people on social media that says, take them out of the D1 and take them to HBCUs. But newsflash, some HBCUs are D1. So
Facts.
I would love to see that movement. I don't know if that will ever come to fruition. I would love to see it. But I mean, these guys are clueless, man. We need like the only answer is we need more diversity in leadership positions.
Yeah.
That's the only answer here to stop this.
Yeah. I'm with you.
I mean, it's crazy. If we're going to talk about college football, then we'll go into Jake Fromm.
Well, pro now, but yeah.
Yeah, he's a pro now. Let me pull up his text message. So he was text messaging with, I believe it was a young lady. And
it was last March.
Huh?
It was last March.
Yeah, and she released what he said. And according to what he said, no, it's not even according because he admitted to it. So it's not even according.
He did.
He apologized for it, but he said Jake Fromm said.
And also might have said, before you get into it, the apology, I didn't mean it. Like, I'm tired of the I didn't mean it. There's no, like, you're supposed to clean up. That's what PR is about.
So
but PR is
let me read you the quote and let's see how you feel it sounds. All right. This is from Jake Fromm. They need to let me get a suppressor. Just make them very expensive so only elite white people can get them. Ha ha. So then he says in his apology, I wasn't trying to call myself an elite white person. So again, so you said they should make suppressor. I know she said they need to let me get a suppressor. Just make them very expensive. So only elite white people can get them. And you know I wasn't a Jake Fromm friend. You know that.
Yes.
This makes me even deeper that I don't rock with Jake Fromm.
It's just crazy that you think that we don't have money.
Also, I think it's funny the conversations that white people are having private.
Behind closed doors.
Yes. The private conversation. Because I have a lot of talks. I have a lot of black friends. And we have a bunch of conversations. Me and you, we talk about politics. We talk about what's going on, talk about finance. Never once are we talking like the white devil this. Like we don't.
I thought about that the other day. I was like, we don't go off on tangents and talk about other races.
We don't do it. So I don't want to speak for all black people. I'm just speaking for our conversations. We don't do it. There's nobody I talk to like that. So it's just interesting that white people have these conversations to themselves because they think they are elite.
Yep.
And as much as they say they don't think that, Jake Fromm did think that. To text that, he does think he's elite.
Yeah.
Yes.
I agree with that because you said it. If you never got exposed, then it would still remain. Like you think that. Don't say you don't think that when you said it.
You said it. There's no other way to take it, but you think you're an elite white person.
Yeah.
And then why put only elite white people, like you said, like black people are so poor that there's no way we could get this.
Yeah.
Like ignorant comment. I don't think he was even going to. I don't think it's going to hurt his NFL career because I didn't think he really had one to begin with.
That's true.
So now in the locker room, I think you said this happened March.
Yeah. March, I think it was March of 2019 though.
Okay, so it's over a year ago. So maybe you can get over the fact that I was young, which she probably should have did. I was younger. I've grown since then. I don't speak like that's probably what he should have said instead of said.
Let me double check. But yeah, keep going.
Yeah, I didn't mean it to say I'm elite. That's exactly what you meant it.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what you meant it. Now you got to check your friends though. That you got that your friends are.
And I'm pretty sure there he has a bunch.
Yeah, that's posting his private conversations. But I think it's just interesting.
Yeah, it was March 16th, 2019.
Okay, over a year ago.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that now this young lady posted it because if she's so disgusted with the comment.
Yes. And also, why are you talking about that at 7:15 in the morning?
Because you got elite as soon as you wake up.
So you wake up that way.
You wake up elite.
Even if you had a 4 a.m. workout, it's still 7 a.m.
And this is what I'm saying. Like we're both living in the South. We're both from the South.
Yeah.
I've seen. I don't know because you grew up in Florida, so I don't know if it's different in Florida. But I've seen Confederate flags my whole life.
Bro, do you know Florida's not beaches? Like people think Florida's Miami. And that's it. It's
right.
It's
so,
not.
I'm just saying out of ignorance. I don't know Florida like that, but I know Georgia.
Yes.
I'm from Stone Mountain.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It has a Confederacy on Stone Mountain. First meeting place of the Ku Klux Klan was on top of that mountain.
Yep.
So it's interesting to me that they talk about Scream America, screaming out patriotism, but they still quote like the Confederacy believed white people were more elite than black people.
Correct.
But the Confederacy was a terrorist group. So you're so patriotic that you're putting Confederate ideology, you're waving Confederate flags, but you're so patriotic.
Yes.
Like, and knowing that's a terrorist group. And not only were they a terrorist group, they are losers. Like
big time losers.
Bigging up losers. Robert E. Lee was a loser.
Yeah.
So you're sitting here bigging up these people with these ideal issues, but calling yourself patriotic at the same time. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
It don't make sense, man.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. And
it go on for hours. It doesn't make sense.
I never was a Jake Fromm fan, so when I saw that, it was just like, this just gives me more fuel to the fire. Even before this, I was not rocking with Jake Fromm.
Just doing his quota, man. Just doing the bare minimum to get by.
Just doing the bare minimum. But let's talk real quick about quarterbacks we are rocking with.
Yes.
Our quarterback, my quarterback. That's my quarterback.
That's my quarterback.
Boys.
Everybody was comparing their QB to what we have, which so happened to be our quarterback, Matt Ryan. Matt
Ryan and Aaron Rodgers both get it, but we're going to talk about Matt Ryan.
Yes.
I get on Matt Ryan a lot. I am hugely critical of Matt Ryan.
Yes. Of some of the decisions he makes on the field, but
off the field, never seems to get any of the blame when something goes wrong. No. It's always somebody else's fault.
You guys know that with this podcast.
Yes. But I'm gonna back off. Like to see his character, to see who he is, because I never said he was bad. But to see his character and to see, because he's a guy who gets it.
Oh, he's not bad.
But he's a guy who gets it. He gets the struggle. Like he basically said, I'm going to listen.
Right.
I'm going to shut up and listen. I cannot relate to you guys. So let me listen. Yeah. And that's all we're asking. That's all we're asking for white people. Aaron Rodgers said this wasn't about the flag. This about
it wasn't then and wasn't and isn't now.
Right.
Yep.
That's all we're asking.
Mm-hmm.
So I am happy, proud that we do have a QB with that mindset.
Yep.
That at least I don't have to watch Sunday and have to second guess, will my quarterback stand up for me?
That's true.
I don't have to second guess that. Saints, you have to do that.
Yeah.
Buccaneers have to do that. But I don't have to do that with Matt Ryan.
Brady hasn't said anything?
No, he hasn't said anything, but he's known to be chummy with Trump. He's just known to be. I don't know if does he rock with Trump, like politically? But he is friends with Trump.
Didn't he choose to not go to the White House?
With Obama. He didn't go with Obama.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know if that has anything. I'm not calling Tom Brady racist. I don't know why he didn't go, but I just he didn't go.
Yeah,
but,
I hear.
But at least I don't have to ask those questions with my quarterback.
Right.
It's easier for me to root for him to know he sticks up for me.
That's true.
Know that he's there for me, for my rights, my freedoms, and he gets it.
Yep.
So I said to myself, man, it's hard to go at somebody who does that. So I said the coaching staff won't get it because I put all my energy on the coaching staff because it's hard.
Yeah, it should be.
It's hard to somebody who just gets it, and we should be bigging up more people like him.
Yeah, I agree.
Aaron Rodgers should be the class, and even Drew Brees might be Hall of Famous or talent-wise a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers or Matt Ryan, whatever. We should be bigging up Aaron Rodgers and Matt Ryan today.
I agree.
Today.
I agree.
What do you think?
I agree with that 100%. I have the utmost respect for the man now. Like it's just he gets it, and it's like he wasn't forced. Nobody is asking anybody to come out the woodwork and speak up and speak out. But he has on multiple occasions has given charity money, like, and doesn't have to. You don't have you could even just give a post and say you care, and then that is it. But like to go out of your way, you don't have to give your funds, especially during a pandemic. And that's not even the big part. The big part in general is just like saying your piece and like caring. When nobody's accusing you of being racist, so you don't have to speak out. You felt compelled and you had human decency to care, and you do care.
Right.
Very, very pleased and honored to have him as my quarterback. And you made some questionable decisions as a player on the field, and I don't take that stuff back. But from here on out, well, first of all, never said he was a bad person. None of those guys are, as far as Dan Quinn, any of them. They're all good people. It's just like as far as being together in a team and winning, we still might need to revisit these options later on and look for a nice backup quarterback just in case, or a plan for the future. But Matt Ryan, sir, you can ride the rest of the 2-3 years left on your contract all day.
Right. Now, Dan Quinn and Thomas Dimitroff, we might have a problem with. Right?
Bye. I'm sorry, they're cool people, but we got to move forward, man.
With
Business.
But a guy who gets it, man, and that's all. Again, that's all we're asking. And granted, I want to talk about people in my personal life who I've seen more and more white people who have shown they're starting to get it.
Yes.
And I just applaud it because me and my fiance, we were talking, and you know, some people feel the way about the riots, and she was talking about, well, some people said the riots they're bad. We shouldn't do it, and we're not. Our points is getting drowned by all what's going on. I said I disagree, because when Breonna Taylor got shot, I didn't hear all these white people talking like this.
Yeah.
When Mayor Rice got shot, didn't hear it. Trayvon Martin didn't hear it. When Ahmaud didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Garner didn't hear it. Now they see the video with George Floyd and with the riot, we're now seeing it.
Yep.
So to big up, I just want to big up the white people who are out there and
genuinely caring,
who generally care and are willing to listen. We had a neighbor come over and she's crying and she just wants to, like, she asked the questions I think you should ask. She just wanted to know if she's ever did anything to make us feel uncomfortable, let her know. And these are questions that we should be asking. Like, I'm not saying that she did any, because she's never did anything to me. So I appreciate her asking me, but she needs to just make sure, because it could have been a situation that we just don't say anything. Just trying to be quiet, we don't say anything.
That's true. That's true. That's very, very true.
So she said, let me ask, because if there's anything I did, let me correct it now.
Yeah. Right.
And I appreciated that.
Yeah.
Appreciated that. So, I mean, I feel like, did you see George Floyd's daughter? As you said, Daddy changed the world. And that's how I believe, man. I believe the world is changing.
Yeah.
Have kids.
It's been amazing, man.
Yeah, we both have kids.
Yeah.
I have a 9-year-old daughter. You have a son that's one. He's one now.
No, 4 months.
4 months to one. He's only 4 months.
That's
Or 4
it.
months to one.
Just 4 months.
I was jeez time. I feel like you had that kid like 3 years
It feels because he's born into a pandemic, and then
I guess so.
and then riots.
I haven't even seen him because of the pandemic.
Yeah, I haven't been able to.
You have a son, and I also have a kid on the way.
Yeah.
Me and my fiance were expecting. So our job, thank you. Our job is to make it better for our kids.
Yes.
So they don't inherit this. And I just big up the people who are listening. I just big up them, man.
Yeah, it's been nice to, and comforting with everything going on, to have people start to listen and care a little bit more, even if it's a little. It feels good.
If it's 10% of the population, well, that's 10% we didn't have before.
That's true. Because like even on my posts on social medias, on all my social medias, I posted what I could conjure up and speak of. I posted that and I let it out, and it's just nice to people to be receptive of and show a little bit of human decency and care. So
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and that's what we need more of the world of.
Yep. So just really, man, all lives do matter, but we're saying Black Lives Matter because they haven't mattered, and we want to matter.
That's it.
Where all lives matter can actually be authentic and true.
That's it. So, that's all we ask.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, man. Anything else you want to add? I know that was a little rough for people to hear, but I hope you all, at the end of this, you're still here listening and watching. It's stuff that needs to be said. It applies to sports. It applies to real life. It's just a real life issue. It's not political. It's a human rights issue, and it needs to be spoken of. But yeah, we'll be back with another episode next week, and it should be a lot more uplifted. But yeah, so anything else you want to add?
No, I'm good.
All right, man. All right, y'all. With that being said, of course, you guys can show your love and support in the comment section below. Also on YouTube, like this video. Also on SoundCloud, you can like the video as well. Throw it a nice heart your way. Links for everything will be in the description box below, for vice versa. For SoundCloud to YouTube, YouTube to SoundCloud, all that. And then also you guys can check out thirdstringpodcast.com. It gives all the links to everything, all of our podcast locations. So yes, with that being said, thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week, and just be well, stay safe, and catch y'all then. Take care, guys.